Looking back takes courage. It means facing the moments that shaped you, the wounds that marked you, the choices you made when you didn't know better. Join me this week for our sixth pillar, our story in our Fragmented to Free recap series. Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Free Advantage, brought to you by The Risky Path. I'm Heather Davis, and I want to invite you to join me each week as we explore self-discovery, authenticity, and the journey to recovering a life of freedom. This podcast is about sharing and exploring impactful experiences that we all share in a relatable and digestible way. And with so much information out there, it can be overwhelming to take it all in. But here, I want to give you small bites that you can take back into your week and integrate into your daily life. Oh, hello everyone. This week has been so full of family, friends, and food. The trifecta of joy, if you ask me. Spending so much time with my family and friends always has me feeling so grateful, and it has me reflecting on memories of times past, what the future holds, and it makes me really think about our stories. The story I have lived and where it has brought me. Does this happen to you too? Do you ever sit and just think about your story? I hope you do, and if not, I encourage you to do so. Our story holds everything. It is our secretly kept, undercover superpower, and sometimes it's so secretly kept, we don't even know it. We often overlook where we have been and all that we have been through. We do this most of the time on purpose. Looking back oftentimes can cause us pain, grief, regret, and sometimes we even experience a nostalgia that hits too close and makes us yearn for another time. Looking back and remembering our story, what we have experienced, I know is not always a pleasant thing. It isn't for me. But it cannot be unlived, unknown or unfelt. It is ours to carry and bear. The truth is, the story of your life, your lived experience, is all that God has worked out in you, and it has not been for naught. No, quite the opposite. Our story is our beauty. It is the proof that we have existed, that we have lived and become. Our story is our testimony. And even when it has been dark, it is where we can now find our authentic self, bring light to this new life, and find freedom. Looking back, it takes courage. It means facing the moments that shaped you, the wounds that marked you, and the choices you made when you didn't know better. But when you look back through the eyes of compassion instead of shame, you start to see the divine fingerprints even in the hard chapters. It is not just a record of what's happened. It's a revelation of who you are. When you reflect on your life through the lens of grace and compassion, you start to see that every season is a teacher. The suffering that shaped your strength, the loss that taught you love, and the silence that trained your listening, or the detour that became your direction. And suddenly, what once used to feel like chaos, it starts to feel like calling. The beauty of our story is that it creates bridges. The truth becomes someone else's permission. The scars become someone else's map home. And that's how we start saving each other, one story at a time. Because God doesn't waste anything. Every chapter, every scar, every whisper of redemption, it all belongs. As I sat around the Thanksgiving table this year, I looked around at each person in my presence. I was thankful for each and every one of them, for each of their stories. They have all shaped a part of me and who I am. The table, yes, was thoroughly full of challenges, struggles, joy, pain, love, loss, guilt, regret, betrayal. But it was all just so beautiful. Being present with our humanity, our truth, and testimony is a gift indeed, and one I am very thankful for. So, if you have been carrying a story that you've been afraid to tell, I want you to hear this. There is freedom on the other side of your honesty. Your story matters because you matter. And the very words that you might be afraid to speak might be the ones that set someone else free. This week, I want to invite you to revisit your story, not to relive the pain, but to reclaim your power, to look back and see not what you lost, but what God restored. Because maybe the story that broke you is also the one that saved you. Our stories are so important. And here for us, it only makes sense that this next season we open the door to yours. So before we close, I want to remind you that the next season of The Free Advantage is opening the door wider than ever, and we're stepping into our brand new chapter. Real stories, real recovery, and real freedom. I'm inviting 5 listeners to join me for honest, heart-centered conversations on the show next year. If you're walking through recovery, rediscovering your worth, wrestling with purpose, or learning how to live whole again, I would love to hold space for you and your story. I am also opening up question and answer episodes where you can send in your questions, reflections, or parts of your own journey that you would like to share and have me unpack on air. All of the links to submit your story and apply for a guest spot or send in your questions are in the show descriptions, the show notes, and are on my website at theriskypath.com. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. And please come visit me. Come check in. Send me your questions. I cannot wait to step into this next season together. I want to thank you so much for joining me today here on The Free Advantage. For more tools, support, and inspiration, please visit my website, theriskypath.com. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. Your voice matters, and it helps us to grow and get our message out to more people just like you. Let's continue this journey to freedom together. Come back next week for Pillar 7 in our Fragmented to Free series. And remember, freedom is the advantage you already own. Until next time.